Hey, what's up guys, it's Rob. Hope you're doing good out there. So last week I made a video of a brand new pedal that I was sent by Sonicake, which was the Fazy cream pedal. They've sent me 3 brand new pedals in their range to check out. Last week was the Fazy cream. In this video, I'm going to be checking out the Sonic ABY pedal. I've also got one more pedal which I will be checking out very soon, which is the noise wiper, so we'll check out that one in a future video. But today's focus is going to be the Sonic ABY. This, I've got to say, and I'm not making this up, is one of the most useful pedals I think any guitar player could have, especially a guitar player that plays live. Essentially all it is, it's just to switch a pedal and it just switches the signal, but you can switch which way the signal goes. What I mean by that is that you've got 2 inputs or outputs on this side and you've got 1 on this side, which means you can plug 1 guitar into 2 amps at once, or you can plug 2 guitars into 1 amp at the same time. And you've got 2 different settings that you can have. There's a little switch on the front here, which I'll zoom in on shortly, and it either goes from the AB or the Y. That's where you get the ABY from. AB basically switches from A to B. So if you've got 2 amps, let's just say for example, this main button here will switch between amp A and amp B. But if you've got it on the Y setting, then you can have both at the same time. You can literally have your guitar going into 2 separate amps, getting 2 separate sounds at exactly the same time, and they're just going to blend together, which I think is absolutely awesome. That's one of the coolest things I think you can do. I've been trying it out a lot and I've been loving it, so I'll demonstrate that shortly. The other thing, like I said, is if you've got 2 guitars into the same amp. So again, if you play live, I think this is the best scenario for you to have one of these pedals, is if you use multiple guitars. Let's say you either need a guitar change depending what song you're playing, or if you unfortunately break a string, then you can just switch guitars. You don't have to unplug the guitar that you're playing, grab your next one and plug that one in. You can literally have both of them already plugged in, and all you need to do is take one off, put the other one on, and just switch the pedal to switch the signal, which I think is absolutely awesome. And again, like the other setting, the Y setting, because the AB will switch the signal, but the Y setting there just basically means that both guitars at the same time will be playing through the amp. And everything I've been sent from Sonicake so far has just been really impressive quality. The build quality is great. For this one, it just takes a 9V, just like the Fazy Cream did last week. There's no batteries with this. I mean, I guess you'd struggle to fit a battery in this, but considering the size of it. Anyway, let's get it plugged in and show you what you can do with it. Okay, so let me show you what I've got going on here. As you can see, I've got 2 amps. I've got a Hughes & Kettner Tube Meister 36 and a PV 6505 Plus. And they're both hooked up, they're both switched on, and I've got the pedal on the top there. The Sonicake ABY currently set on the AB setting. So what this is going to do, it's going to switch the signal between these 2 amps. So I'm going to play a bit of guitar, first using the A and then the B, and then I will switch it over to the Y setting, where I will demonstrate both amps at the same time, but only using 1 guitar. So I'm going to play 1 guitar into both of these amps first. I'm going to switch between them, and then I'm going to use both at the same time to get a nice blend. And the tones that I'm using on these amps are fairly clean, maybe a slight bit of crunch. I'm not going to use any overdrive in this because I really want you to hear the differences, and I think in this room a clean sound would be better. It's a very small room and these amps are very loud, so I've actually got them on fairly quiet, which isn't really good for demonstrating how these amps actually sound, because they're both tube amps obviously. So let's flick it onto the AB setting and see how this sounds. So hopefully this microphone that I've got set up here will pick up this quite well. So first we've got the Hughes & Kettner. Okay, so now let's use the switch on the pedal, and by the way, the A switch has a red LED, and when I switch this, it should switch to a green LED. There you go, the LED has turned green, and now the sound is going to come from the PV 6505. So those are the tones that you've got for both of these amps, and hopefully this microphone is picking up the fact that they are both quite different. The PV is a bit more bassier, and the Hughes & Kettner has a bit more reverb on it as well, so there's no reverb coming from the PV, but the Hughes & Kettner has a bit of reverb on it, and it's got a bit more of a brighter tone, the Hughes & Kettner. But now I'm going to switch it to the Y setting. So now what we should be getting is both of these amps at the same time, and hopefully this microphone is going to pick up a nice blend of both of those tones. So let's hear how that sounds. So there you go, there is one guitar going into two separate amps at the same time, both switching between them and then using them both at the same time on the Y setting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to swap it all around, and now I'm going to use two guitars just going into one amp, and I'm going to demonstrate basically the same thing, being able to switch between them. Then obviously you can have both on at the same time. So now let's hook that up. Okay, so now I've had a complete switch round of the wires that are going into the pedal. So what I've got now is I've got my Fender guitar, as you can see, and my Fender guitar is, well, actually both of the guitars are now going to be playing just through the Hughes & Kettner. I'm not going to use the PV6505 for this because this amp's a little bit smaller and not as loud. So the A setting, as you can see, the light is red currently on the pedal. So that tells me that it's on the A setting, and the switch there is on the AB setting anyway. So it's going to be either A or B. And I'm on red, and red is number A, which is my Fender. So let's play the guitar now. If I turn the volume up. There you go. So if I switch this now, if I press the switch, light has turned green, no signal from my Fender, but without having to unplug any guitars, switch to the Gibson, volume up. Wow, this guitar is a lot louder than the Fender. And like I said lastly, if I switch this over to the Y setting now, which has an amber yellow light, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. The amber yellow light means that you're on the Y setting, so this is going to be both the Gibson and also, without pressing anything on the pedal, Fender as well. So Fender, Gibson, Fender, Gibson. Obviously I wish I could play two guitars at the same time, that'd be pretty cool. So there you go guys, there is a Sonicake ABY pedal. Like I said earlier, genuinely I think this is one of the most useful pedals that any guitar player could have, especially a live guitar player, for reasons that I said earlier. If you break a string, if you need to switch your guitars, you can do that without even having to unplug it, you can just switch the signal. Nice and easy. Or if you want a really cool tone, you can blend 2 guitar tones at the same time with 2 separate amps. Or if you just want to use 2 amps but you just want to switch between them for different parts of songs, you can do that as well. This is such a versatile pedal for something that's so small and really simple, to be honest, because there's not that much. It's just a switch on the front and a big switch there, and it just depends how you've got it hooked up in these inputs and outputs. So extremely awesome. The way that I've been using this, and the reason that this has come in handy for me so much this past, well, couple of weeks now, is that I teach guitar in this room here, and when I've got students in, I like to plug the student in, and then sometimes it's like I ask them to give me the wire so I can plug my guitar in so I can play something. I'll give them the wire back, and we just keep switching like that, which is a bit annoying and a bit time consuming when now I can use this. I can have us both plugged in the same amp at the same time, or I can just set it to switch between me and them. Extremely useful. I absolutely love this. So I want to thank Sonicake again for sending me these pedals to try out. Love this one, love the last one, the Fazy Cream. I'll leave the link in the description to the Fazy Cream demo if you want to check that out, and maybe all the other Sonicake products that I've also reviewed also. So go and check those out if you like this video. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please click the like button, really helps me out. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And if you've not already, then please subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be posting more videos soon. Don't forget, I've still got to do the noise wiper, which I'll probably get around to in the next few days. So we'll check that one out very shortly. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you in my next video.